Hi there, good morning. This is Adrian from Tactical Project Manager. It's Saturday morning here in Germany, and I wanted to record a short video. I haven't done that in a while, so it's now really time. Sorry, this looks a bit messy. This is my office, but also the place where we uh, take care of the baby, change diapers. So it looks really messy, but you have to live with that. So the topic I want to talk about is why we often have problems with stakeholders. Why are our stakeholders opposing change, not giving us the support we want, making our life hard, blocking our project, hiding information, all that sort of stuff that you may have experienced yourself in your project. And so this is a common struggle for every project manager, and I wanted to talk about the reasons why this is the case. And this is important to understand because it's easy, to get frustrated from your interactions with stakeholders because you need their support, you need their buy-in, you need their budget, you need their resources. But on the other hand, they may not be willing to collaborate and to cooperate with you. So, and if you understand the reasons why there's this, invisible barrier between you and the stakeholders, why they are not supporting you the way they want, then you can influence them in a way that they become more supportive and build up trust and so on, so that the collaboration becomes easier, more smoothly, and you can actually accomplish what you want to accomplish. So several reasons why stakeholders are often blocking a project. Number one is they are afraid of becoming irrelevant. So every project is about some sort of change. It can be an organizational change. It can be change in processes, change in responsibilities, change in business practices. And along with these changes, there's often a change in the responsibilities of people. So they may have to give up power because some responsibility is shifted to another department. Or easy example, if you're introducing robots and automation in a manufacturing company, and you still have a lot of labor and blue collar workers, they are obviously don't want to support this change. They want to keep their job, so they are afraid of losing status, losing their job, losing responsibility, and just becoming a nobody, so to speak. Yeah. And this is very common, and it doesn't have to be that drastic that people actually lose their job due to a project. It can be also like if you are the manager of a department and you have all the status, you have a company car, and you have the corner office with windows, you have a secretary, and now there's an organizational change, and maybe some responsibilities are shifted to another country or another department. Then it means you won't, your job will change, your responsibilities will change, and this is what people are afraid. They want to hold on to their status, to their influence, to the power they have had in the organization. So that's one reason. Another reason is also happens. I see this a lot in projects. Is there are often rivalries between different departments, and they're sort of keeping track of the score. You did that for me. You did not support my project last year. So what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna support you either, right? It's a give and take. Or they sometimes it's just also the relationships between the managers. They are not getting along well. They are looking down on each other. So it can be even on that level, and you may feel that as a project manager, because there's often that people talk people from one department, they talk bad about your boss or your team, and then you're gonna feel that. Also very common. Another reason, which I think is often underestimated, is that people are actually afraid of failure going into a project. Because for many people, project work is really scary. Remember that you have to work in large groups, in meetings, but most people are uncomfortable being in a large group and being in front of a group. Also, the work is much more, there's a lot of pressure behind, and your work and results are immediately visible. And if your people are afraid of being judged, is the work that I provided, is it good, is it not good? They're afraid of criticism, because they are that essential wheel cog in the machine, and if that's not running smoothly, if they're not keeping up with the pace and the quality of work, then the project is going to suffer, and the other teammates are gonna be unhappy about that. So that's another reason. Also, project work is very much a team interaction, so it requires you to be confident in working in a team. But most people actually, I think, are introverts, and so they are not comfortable in these interacting with other people, especially when they haven't met yet, and where they were from different departments or from different countries, different locations. So that's scary. Also, if you are part of a project, you often have to take decisions for your area of responsibility, and you could make a wrong decision, and then your boss is going to kick your ass and say, hey, why did you take this? Why did you decide it that way? That's not good for us. So it happens a lot, and that's what people are naturally, they are afraid of that. And also the whole being deadline driven is, who likes deadlines? I don't like deadlines. You don't like deadlines. Working on deadlines, the whole pressure is just enormous, and nobody wants that. They prefer to work in their normal role, operational stuff, things like that. So the fourth reason is, of course, we are all too busy, and in all companies, all organizations, people are already working at their limit because of the high labor costs. So you have expected to provide a high productivity, so you have to work a lot, and people are already so busy with other projects, with their tasks, with communicating with other teams, and so they don't want to have another project on top, which is totally understandable, and they may do everything they can to postpone or to block your project. Reason number 5, many stakeholders, they are afraid of the project impact on their area. So projects are always, they come with a lot of uncertainty. You don't know what the outcome will be. Does the project provide the expected quality, the expected output for the organization, or is it a struggle? Is other processes getting worse and things like that? So that's a very common fear, because when you're the manager of a department, you try to make processes and everything running as smoothly as possible, so that your customers are served well, and your team can cope with the workload. So you create all the structure and processes and documentation, and it's like a machine which is running well. And then there's the decision to be part of a project which can influence then this area. And then what happens if it just gets worse, if the processes change, if you have to add tasks, if you have to take on more responsibility, if new software is introduced, and the team is not doesn't like it to work with that software, and as a result, they can't serve their clients as well. I have one example here. So imagine you are working in finance department, and the project you're heading is in charge of reducing the bad debt, so the amount of money which can't be collected from customers because they are not paying the bills happens a lot. So there's always thousands or millions of dollars every year, depending on the company, of invoices from customers which are not being paid, which will never be paid. So the goal is, of course, to work with only those customers who are expected to pay their bills. So finance department may start a project to tighten those rules, the credit rules, who the company is selling to. But if you discuss this proposal with the head of sales, who is incentivized to generate more business and not less, then he's not gonna like that project. He wants to keep the rules pretty relaxed, and you would naturally feel he will naturally be opposing your initiative, because if you tighten up the credit rules and you decide, okay, we're going to sell only to customers or potential customers or companies which meet certain criteria regarding liquidity and financial stability, then you won't sell to the less good customers, and that means less sales, less business. But you are also the head of the sales department, and your bonus depends on your amount of sales you generate. So of course why should you support this project? It would be stupid. Yeah. So this is a very, very common reason why stakeholders don't like what you are selling. So these are the five common reasons. Let's just repeat them quickly. So reason number one, the stakeholders may be fearing to become irrelevant, lose status, lose responsibility, lose influence in the organization. Reason number two, they have a score to settle. So this is this interdepartmental rivalries, and the unfinished businesses. You didn't support me, now I won't support you. Reason number three is a fear of failure. This is more on the personal level. The people are afraid of messing up their work, or not doing a good job, or being judged by others, and the whole teamwork is not scary for many people. Reason number four, stakeholders are already too busy. They don't want to have an extra project. Totally understandable. Reason number five, the stakeholders are afraid of the impact of the project. So does it make their processes worse, overload their employees, and quality of work just will deteriorate, and customers are not happy, and nobody wants that, and they have maybe no incentive to support you, like the example I gave. So knowing those reasons, and these are just the main ones, but I think the most important ones is very helpful, because now you can devise strategies how you can approach those difficult stakeholders in your project. So what would be an example? It can be as simple as building trust and saying, okay, I know that you're worried about how this project will influence your area, your processes, but I promise you I will do everything to do a good job, and to keep you informed, and to reconcile, and to closely work with your team to make sure that it won't get worse, the processes won't be negatively impacted. It can be like that, very simple, having a meeting with the head of department and having an open discussion, and showing that you really care, and that you want to do a good job. But it can also be, let's say if some stakeholders, some people are uncomfortable in the group setting, what can you do? You could coach them. You could get a coach, or help them maybe they don't want to do any speaking in public, so you can have somebody to support them, to work with them in the project meetings, things like that. Or being afraid of failure. Make sure you communicate clearly that, okay, we are in this boat together. We are all, you as a project manager, you can fail. Everybody has this fear of not doing a good job, of failing in the project, in their specific function. So it's not unique if somebody has this fear. So everybody has this fear. So just communicate very clearly that we are all humans, we are all in the same boat, and we all try to do a good job. And if we make a mistake, the key is not to blame and to beat up yourself, but to learn from the failure and then improve. So this is helpful now, because now you have moved from just being angry and frustrated about unsupportive stakeholders to actually knowing what could be the reason behind their behavior, and then creating strategies for how you can get those difficult stakeholders to see your work as you do, and to see it from your perspective, and to build trust, so that the collaboration is smooth, and you can work efficiently and effectively together, and together work on the project success. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you like these videos, and if you have any questions about working with stakeholders and projects, and if a specific example that you have, specific experience, share it in the comments, and I try to help you and answer your question. All the best, take care, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Tactical Project Manager YouTube channel and check out the blog. Remember, it's www.tacticalprojectmanager.com. All the best, and see you soon.